What is going on, guys? Gray Fox here, and I am back after a very long break, trying to get back into ESO. So, yeah, it's kind of weird, but I have a Telvar video for you guys, considering it's probably the more funnest. Excuse my vocabulary, but it's probably one of the funnest things to do, considering I was so burnt out on ESO. That's why I took a long break on it. So, in this video, I'll be going over a Sorc Telvar farming build, which I believe is the easiest build to farm on in Imperial City for Telvar, just because of the great sustain it gives you great protection, it does great damage, and great like mobility and everything. So be going over this build. If you do like this video, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you guys want in the future. I'll be doing a lot more videos on ESO, so I am here to stay, guys. So let's get into this build. Keep in mind that this is no CP weekend, so my stats are considerably a little bit lower, but these are my stats right now. I don't have any CP allocated right now because I believe they are all taken away, because I am in Cyrodiil and it's no CP weekend, so keep that in mind, but felt like doing this video anyway. So let's get into gear. I'm running one yellow staff on the front bar. This is your main DPS weapon. It is just one yellow staff sharpened with the weapon and spell damage glyph on it. We're running Lich on here, so we do have Dolores staff. So on the body we do have 5 Imperial Physique. So when you are farming, you will have 10,000 stones on you at all times. So keep that in mind to get the full benefit out of this build. Imperial Physique can be bought at the merchant here in the Imperial City. So we do have hat, legs, and 3 jewelry pieces. All jewelry pieces are arcane with spell damage on them. With Lich as shoes, light armor, of course, light armor. We have shoes, gloves, belt, chest, and the back bar is the rest of staff. We do run 1 key nut just for a little bit more spell damage, but you could add really anything. You could go 1 piece, max magic to increase it a little bit more, but I just run a heavy key nut just so I get my undaunted passives going. Now let's go into skills. Oh, by the way, run the Atro Stone on here with Tri-Stat Food. I'm a Breton on this build, but a High Elf or a Dark Elf would work a little bit better, but I am a Breton. My skills on my front bar, this is my DPS bar. I have Crystal Frags, Inner Light for added crit, more max magic, Crushing Shock. I take this over Force Pulse because I take this over the DPS version because it interrupts casters, and it's really good because if someone ganks you and is using a charged ability, you could interrupt them. And some of the bosses has channeled abilities, so you could also interrupt them. So I've been trying pets. So pets, if you are solo farming, pets are wonderful because the boss actually aggroes to these pets, and some of the harder bosses actually can't hit this pet for some weird reason. So there's the eyeball in Imperial City. He floats off the ground, and so does this pet. His attacks are ground based, so his attacks cannot hit this pet. So I literally had this pet up 90% of my fight with the eyeball boss in the Imperial City, and he couldn't hit it because his ground AoE can't hit this creature. So it's pretty interesting that some bosses can't even hit this thing, and the aggro stays on your pet, and you could just continue doing DPS. So I did try this one and the Clan Fear. I like this one a little bit better for that reason. Also, you could use its Empowerment, which deals 50% more damage to enemies above 50% health. So, which is pretty cool because the bosses have a lot of health and they'll be above 50% for a little bit. So, having the added DPS is actually quite nice. We use Haunting Curse. It's pretty self-explanatory. We have Firestorm, which is the Destro ultimate. I'd say using the Destro ult is probably the best, unless you're going up against, I guess, the Lich boss or the Clanfair boss, or Krogo, which they do summon ads, and you could easily wipe them out with a Dawnbreaker, which is easier to get, but I do like this better. The back bar consists of Hardened Ward, Healing Ward, Streak, Harness Magicka, and we back bar our pet so we don't have to keep casting it. Overload bar consists of consists of Hardened Ward, Boundless Storm, so we could just run a little bit faster. Caltrops is what I like to use, considering if people want to try and gank you, you're going to have a lot of stam on this build. So if people are going to try and gank you, what you do is you activate this, you're running down the halls, throw a Caltrops there, and they're slowed for a good amount of time, especially any stam builds trying to get to you or something. They're going to be slow, you're going to have to dodge roll through it, and they're going to be wasting stam trying to get to you while you're already, you know, halfway across the map already trying to hide. So I like Caltrops on my bar for that specific reason. So that's the build. I do run tripods. Detect pots are really nice in case you almost get ganked and you want to find out where this person's at. Also use movability pots for magic. And that's the build, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. As always, I'll see you guys in